Still probably I prefer reading a detailed in the morning newspaper. So probably isn't it very over ambitious?
No, it's not really over ambitious. What I would like to say is
networking that has come up, they would want to go and try. They do not restrict themselves. So they are open to change, they are open to trying. First thing. Second thing is that they are restless. Very restless. They will not spend much time on your website or your fan page or your anything unless you give them something in return. And by giving them does not mean gratification all the time, but there has to be an intake. There has to be an intake for me as a brand user, so that I feel that okay, because I'm carrying your brand along, as I said. On my profile, you see that I have liked Colgate, for example. I'm carrying that brand along with me. Wherever I go, that brand goes.
So my question will you, do you think if I'm liking a page on a Colgate, should I be taking that seriously that I'm metaphorically carrying the brand in that? On an average, I would say an individual, there's a study which says that on an average, let's say in India only, Indians largely have 400 to 500 friends. Maybe the estimator is little high. Please mind my memory. But let's say 400 friends. And on an average, an individual who is spending 20 minutes to 30 minutes, which is a much lower the number which I am telling you right now, the number is much more higher. He would be on a monthly basis, would at least be liking 15 to 20 brands. Not brands per se, maybe oblique a cause, maybe oblique an event. So do you think an individual actually takes that like so seriously that he is taking the brand all the time?
No, I think
or
what you're saying is correct. What you're saying is correct. The problem is the clutter that is creating, the fragmentation in digital as well as fragmentation in Facebook itself. So you might have liked so many pages, but does not really mean that you are actually following that particular brand or that information.
Correct.
So that's where very strong, integrated, and very creative communication plays an important role.
Right.
So
there is something what are those things which will tell me actually I'm carrying the brand with me?
See,
what are those parameters which you can tell us?
Facebook,
which you think?
I'll give you an example of Facebook. Yeah. There's something called as people talking about you. People talking about your brand.
So you're saying conversions?
No, it's not really conversions.
Okay.
Sorry. Okay, it's not really conversions. It's more about
conversions.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's not really about conversion.
Okay.
It is about how many people are talking about a particular brand or interacting with the brand on a regular basis.
Okay.
So we get a weekly report from Facebook saying, okay, these many people are talking about your product or your brand, and you can always compare it back to the number of fans you already have.
Okay.
Then you can always put out a graph saying that okay, in June my kind of percentage was at this level, 50%. Now it is at 20% or something. So you can actually it is an engagement that you are.
So you're saying the higher the engagement,
the better.
So if we do for the people who are not may not have digital understanding per se. So what you're trying to say is that in a much more simple term, that what are the number of people I've got, oblique fans,
yes,
and what are the conversation which is happening, and if I divide the number of conversations divided by number of people multiplied by 100, and there will be percentage points. Yes. That is the engagement which we are talking about. That is the kind of engagement we are talking about.
Okay, so while we do this, we should also remember that the percentages cannot be same for all the categories. They are going to differ for each category.
Absolutely.
If it is a jewelry store, I do not expect my fan to constantly talk about me. That would be really stupid. Right? On the other side, if it is a MTV fan page or something,
so you will have a constant communication.
It is a constant communication. So you have to have different kind of benchmarks for each.
For different nature of what is the nature of product. So interestingly, what we find here then in summarization of whatever we have understood, that first that there is an engagement understanding which we can do. A.
Yes.
B. We can figure out that what is an engagement which is happening across categories, and we can do a benchmark. And C. On those benchmark is what we should try to explore the product category we are into, and then talk about that as a point. Not we should take it as sample size will complete. Brilliant point, very lovely point. Anything else which you would like to share on this aspect?
No, not really.
Great. Thank you very much. I think it was very
Thank you so
interesting.
much.
You guys come out with very nice thoughts about how the social media, especially the one brand which certainly hogs more limelight than it can ever have. But one thing which certainly comes out very interestingly is that we are thinking about that how the brands can look beyond the Facebook fans, comments, likes, tweet before you use the thought.
It's not really about Facebook fans.
Correct.
Basically, if I'm a fan of Colgate or any other online
Brand,
thing,
yeah.
I would send it to all my friends. I
Right.
would actually send it to all my friends.
Right.
Now, I don't know whether if I'm sending it to 100 people, I don't know. I might just get 100 likes all the time. Unless they go, you like the post? Oh yeah, I like it too. Send it to me, man. I want
Agreed.
it.
It's not really dependent on just one particular
Exactly.
Facebook or something. It's more of digital or
Right.
let's not really restrict ourselves to digital. but
Absolutely.
Since this is more of a
Absolutely.
digital thing, I'm talking about in terms of digital. That yes, it has to go to blogs, it has to go to
Right.
Twitter, it has
Exactly.
to go to Facebook, many
Right.
other forums there.
Right.
It eventually comes down to 360-degree marketing and digital being integrated into that in a big way. So till now what was happening is digital briefs used to be the last part of a campaign. So during the campaign ideation process, the digital people were never really involved.
Mm-hmm.
Once the creators will finalize, okay, this is our route, this is what we are going to do, this is the TVC, okay, this is our TVC, now what can we do on digital?
Mm-hmm.
That's how it was coming out. But
Basically, it's like you
Yes.
commercialize the product first, like through TV.
we need to be involved during the evolution of the
Even,
Exactly.
even when the evolution of the marketing thought. Anything more would you like to add?
Thank you.